Here we are at our website again, and I'm just going to go ahead and walk through step number 3, which is getting the configuration files for Jaxe into the right folder. And the first step is to go ahead and download these files, these 3 files here. Every browser is a little different, but mine, when you go ahead and click this, it just opens it, and so that doesn't work. So what you need to do is right click on it and hit Save Link As. And you're going to do this, you can save it wherever you'd like. Since I used desktop last time, this will be really close to where they all are. So I'm going to download the 3 of these. And every time it just remembers I want the desktop. So then once you have all 3 of those files, you minimize and you can see here's my 3 files. And here's Jaxe. So when you open the folder, here's just what it looked like last time. But this time we're going to go into the config folder, and this is where all the configuration files are. And these are all the different files that will do tons of amazing things. XSLT, transformations as X pages, lots of different things. So those are all great, but we don't use those at all for Brainhoney code. So what I'm going to do is I recommend, you don't have to do this, but what I'd recommend to do is go right click and hit new folder, or however you do that on your operating system. Just get a new folder. I call it the others. And basically what we're going to do is just move all these files down here into that folder. And the easiest way to do that, I think, is to hit a Control or Command A, and that will select all the files. Then what you do is you hold Control and unselect these ones. So now we have all the files selected, and all you have to do is go ahead and drag these into there, and you can see it's quite a few, 34 files, and that will go, and then it's all disappeared. What that does is it hides those files from Jaxe. You didn't delete them just in case you change your mind later, but that way Jaxe won't see them, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I'll drag these in right here. We're still in that config file folder, and so now all we did was we moved all those files that were there into this folder, and we put these 3 that we just downloaded into there. And now if we close this and come back into Jaxe, if we click on Jaxe, it'll actually pop up, and it didn't come up with the tiny little window, because what that does is it will, because there are so many different options, it needs to ask you what you want. But now that there's only one option to do it, it will just automatically think you want to build a key. So it's this little window doesn't come up if there's only the one type of configuration file. And so that's just a quick tip. That way it's just a little bit streamlined down the future. But I hope that will get you to step number 3.